Okay, now before this video begins, I want to just let you guys know this video is not actually as long as you guys think. I know it says it's like around what 37, almost 40 minutes, but I'm gonna have timestamps, right? So if you already have this stuff like downloaded already, if you already have an emulator downloaded, the auto clicker downloaded, if you already have these things downloaded on your phone, if you're just on the phone, just skip to the different time labels I'm gonna have there, right? The little timestamps, right? So if you don't have the auto clicker downloaded, skip to the part where it says downloading the auto clicker. If you have it downloaded, you just want to know how to create it, just skip to the part where it says create room, and then that's that, right? It's just literally only go to the part you need help with, right? Anything you don't need to watch the full video. This is literally for somebody who has none of this. They're literally like the full 40 minutes are only going to be for the people who do not have an emulator, who have not downloaded nothing yet. So if you already have all these things downloaded, just skip to the time part that you need, right? Which is most likely just creating the auto rooms. But I'll see you guys in the video. Alrighty, it's your boy Zuxus, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to auto farm co-op / epic raid, how to automatically create rooms, and how to automatically join rooms on your mobile device or your PC emulator. Please note, if you're on PlayStation or Steam BBS, you cannot do this. You must be on an emulator or a phone. So if you have an account for PlayStation, this video is not for you. This video cannot help you. You cannot transfer your account over. PlayStation players, unfortunately, this video is not helpful for you. But if you are a PC Steam player, you can always transfer your account to a mobile device or an emulator and continue to do this. So go ahead and do that and follow along. So first thing, what you're going to need is an emulator, of course. Now, I have three different types here. You have LD Player, you have BlueStacks, and you have Nox Player. I was told that LD Player was the best one. I got 9, but it was kind of being iffy, so I went to get 4, and 4 seems to work perfectly for me. So, and I assume even if you have a low-end computer, 4 would be better for you than 9, unless 9 is better for RAM. I would say if you have a very, very low-end PC, then you would want to go for BlueStacks 5, because BlueStacks 5 actually lowers your RAM. I don't know if it says down here, but it does actually lower your RAM and your usage and stuff like that. It basically makes low end PCs able to run games. And then also Nox Player is probably your best also for low end games, right? So you could choose between the three, right? I would prefer LD Player 4 here, so definitely go ahead and use that if you want. But you can use Nox or BlueStacks as well. Okay, once you have downloaded one of your emulators, you're most likely going to see system apps and the main store. What you're going to want to do is look for your Google Play, your Play Store, because it's most likely an Android emulator, right? You're going to want to look for your Play Store and all that stuff. So once you find your Play Store, click on Play Store, let it open. And it's going to tell you to sign in. I'm already signed in, but when it tells you to sign in, sign in. It's an emulator, you're fine. You're not going to get hacked. I know a lot of people think they're going to get hacked. You're not going to get hacked. But you log in, and then you're going to come to this page here. Once you've got to this page, what you're going to want to do is search up two things. One, Bleach Brave Souls, obviously, because that's the game. And two, the auto clicker, because that's what you're going to need. Now, I've kind of made a video on this, but this is not the one I've taught you guys with story and stuff like that. But you can get any one. I would prefer the OP auto clicker, right? And this one is this is what it looks like. This is the image, right? You can get this one, or you can get the one I've mentioned already, this one, which is the MVQ Studio auto clicker. It looks like this, and this. All right, so you can get whichever one has some type of pointer auto clicker, right? You can also go for the first one here, automatic tap. It also has the pointers. Anything that has these pointers, right? Anything that has this side panel here and the pointers, any auto clicker like that, go for it. They all work the same. Once you have downloaded your auto clicker, what you're going to want to do is open it. And then when you get it, it's most likely all auto clickers are going to say this. It's going to say accessibility service permission. You click accept. It's going to take you there. And where you see up here where it says whatever your auto clicker is off, you click on it, and then you click this button up here. It's the same as BlueStacks, it's the same as Nox. You click it and you basically allow an auto clicker to work. So then you go ahead and click OK, and then that's the what you're gonna want to do is click the backspace button or just close the app, right, with the two boxes. You just want to clear all and then reopen your auto clicker, and then that's how it's gonna be. So some of you guys is not gonna say start single target mode or start multi-target mode. Some of you are just gonna say start auto clicker, because that one allows all types of mode, so you're fine either way. But if yours does say start single target mode or start multi-target mode, you're just gonna want to click start target mode. But before you do that, if you're on your phone and you have big fingers or you have little fingers, you can come down here to common settings and you can actually adjust the size. So whatever size works for you, that's what you can go ahead and use. I would prefer a smaller size, right? I mean, I'm on an emulator, so I would prefer a smaller size. Say like maybe 3 or 4 off, let's say 4. And transparency, you can have it transparent if you want. If you don't need to, that doesn't really matter to me. So go ahead and fix your settings to your liking, and then that is that. And then you can go back and then click start multi-target mode. Of course, I would highly recommend using the same auto clicker I'm using, just so it's easier on you guys. But then when you click start multi-mode, you're going to see your little taskbar panel, whatever, here on the left side of your screen. Now once you've done that, you can officially just close and clear the app. You're not going to need it no more. Then when you do that, you're going to go open up your BBS account. Make sure this is off because I don't want no music played. Now, for some of you guys, of course, your BBS might say something like this in the beginning. Bleach isn't responding. Close up, wait. Just close up and keep trying again until it works. I know this happens for every emulator. It will work eventually. Just keep trying. And once it lets you get in, it's not going to close randomly. You're just going to be on there. So just keep retrying until you've got it on. Now, when you get to BBS, you're of course going to get to the Bleach Brave Souls home screen. If you're not logged into your BBS account on the emulator, you're most likely already logged onto your phone. But if you're not logged in anywhere, you go to menu here when it lets you to the data link, and then you're just going to click. Hopefully, it'll let you do your key. I mean, only KLab ID. If you don't have one with KLab ID, go ahead and make one, because I don't think Google Play or Facebook is working. So make sure your account is linked in with a KLab ID, just so you don't have problems. And then that's really it. Once you've done that, you just go into the game now. Okay, so we're here on Bleach Brave Souls on the emulator still. Before we even get into the settings, I just want to kind of help people with low NPC, just to make their BBS experience, less laggy in any type of way. What you're going to want to do, first things first, is go to your settings here, and then you're going to want to go to your options here. Once you do that, make sure you turn on prevent sleep mode and then smooth mode. Make sure both of these are on. Whether you want volume on or not, keep it on. If you want your like, these don't matter here, right? Locking, right? And then here, when it comes to allowed guild invites, you're gonna want it either on or off. I put mine off because nobody's going to invite me, but for later on the video, you might want to see why you might want to have it on. And then also for all ads, turn it off. You don't want to get any types of ads whatsoever. Once you've done that, you go to notifications and do the same thing. Push notification, all push notifications, turn it off so you don't get a single type of ad notification, nothing that can kind of hinder or hurt your game. So make sure you have all that off. Gameplay, you can fix the settings if you want. I, of course, come down here actually on gameplay and turn all of these options from the middle to min, right? Again, I can have mine actually at max, but just so that you guys can understand it, have it all at min. Go to gameplay. This is very essential for low NPCs. Go to gameplay and make sure your single player graphic effects, co-op graphic effects, wherever, everything is min, no matter what. Just turn it all down to min. Alrighty, so now that I've showed you guys how to get this stuff, download everything, fix the settings for low NPCs, even high NPCs, if you want to still turn it all down, you can do that. We're now going to teach you guys how to auto create rooms in co-op and epic raids, and then again I'm going to show you guys how you can actually auto join rooms. The only thing is we're going to have to now get into reminders. So we're here on co-op. Now, before I even teach you, this is a very important, the reminders part. I think this is something you actually need to understand. 1, your rooms will not start unless everybody is ready. That's it. Your rooms will literally not start until everybody is ready. So later on, I'm going to explain it, but it's going to be up to you guys on how you want to get people to ready up. You can literally put in your rooms title, only join when there's 4 people, or only ready up when there's 4 people, or something like that. Whatever you have to type so that people understand that you don't want them to ready up until there's 4, right? Or even if people watch the video and you see something like that, make sure you don't ready up until 4 people have joined so that they understand. But yes, the most important is that your rooms will not start until everybody's ready. 2, you're not going to want to auto farm something insanely difficult like IT, because again, if let's say everybody dies or everybody disconnects, these rooms don't automatically close, right? It's not like Epic Raid where when everybody dies, it automatically closes for you. No, it's not like that. These are actually rooms where when you die, it says, do you want to revive or not, right? And you're not going to be there to revive. So that's probably when your auto farm is going to finish. Of course, you need to also remember, which takes us into 3, you're not going to be alone. You will be auto farming, but the people who join you will not be auto farming. So I guess just hope that the people who join you are willing to revive. They usually always do revive no matter what, but I wouldn't really recommend, like I said, IT. But for everything else, droplets, enricher zones, IZ2, those are pretty easy to farm. Like really any of these stages here are very, very easy to farm. You can actually carry by yourself. It's only IT where you can still auto farm it if you want, but you need to remember that, you know, now IT is difficult. IT is difficult. It's not going to be easy, right? So there's that. Alrighty, and 4th, this is probably the most important part, just so that you have some type of closure when for auto farming. I highly recommend to have last ditch links on. You will have one of those times where nobody wants to come back to life, and if you know you can auto it, have literally like times 300 times 200 last ditch. You can also have heal links for every time you get into a new area. I'd actually recommend using characters like 7th anniversary Aizen, Yamamoto, the new Ichigo, and then just putting droplet links on them if you can, because that means you're not going to be affected by any of the status ailments on the ground, the little puddles there. And if you give them last ditch, they're just going to come back to life easily. So I would highly recommend giving your characters last ditch, right? Like I said, you probably want to use those characters if you have the droplet links, but if you don't and you want to still use droplet characters, you can, but just have a last ditch. It's going to be easy, and you always remember you're not alone. You're going to have other people in the room with you, so it doesn't matter if you're not hitting the hardest. Just have last ditch so you can come back to life if you do know you're going to die or something like that. But for me, I'm probably going to be running Yamamoto with droplet links, so I'm not really affected. I have a homing vortex. I'll be able to clear easily. So that's just the last thing. It's highly important because there are going to be times, right, where you don't need the last ditch, but then there's going to be that one run where when you don't have the last ditch, your auto could easily stop if the other people don't want to come back to life or if they leave the room. So definitely bring a powerful character and last ditch on that character. You can, like I said, you can give them heal links, but it's not really that crazy compared to something like Last Ditch where they literally come back to life. So that's that. You're going to want to make sure that your soul tickets are at a certain amount. Of course, if you have literally only 60 soul tickets, your auto run is gonna finish a lot faster. So you're gonna want to make sure before you go to sleep or whenever you decide to auto farm, have you a bunch of tickets. I'd say at least prep you around 200 plus, let's say, just so that you can farm. Unless you have a specific amount you want to farm, if you just want to auto farm all night, then I'd say, of course, get you a lot of tickets, get you a lot of soul tickets, right? And how you can buy soul tickets for the people who do not know, you just click menu, go to shop, some in here, you hit shop up here, and then you scroll down on this page, purchase soul tickets. It's only 10 orbs for 50. So buy as much as you want to so that you know that you're going to auto farm multiple stages, right? But of course, if you only want to farm, let's say 12 runs, which is 60 tickets, then by all means leave it at 60. But if you want to farm more, you got to get yourself more tickets. So keep that in mind. Now that we've gotten through all the important stuff, it's time to teach you guys how to actually use that auto clicker. So we're actually going to use enrich droplet zone for an example. You can click any one. I just say follow along, right? Because again, it doesn't matter which one you use. The moment you do it, you're going to be set for life. So what we're going to do is we're going to click enrich droplet zone, and we're going to click the highest difficulty or any difficulty, whatever. But you want this to be your your page. It doesn't matter which one. If you went to IZ, it's fine. If you went to whatever, it's fine. You want this to be what you want to see right now. So don't click create room, don't click join room. What you're not going to want to do is click the plus button. Right? When you click the plus button, you're going to now get a 1. It's going to be like a target here with a 1. If you didn't get this specific auto click and you got another one, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to see a 1. You just want to slap your 1 on create room. Boom. If you just want it on create room, right? Manually do this part, right? Just manually click in these stuffs. Don't use the auto clicker for this part, but there. So once you've loaded in, now you're going to want to set up your second pointer. So where is that going to be? You're going to want to set it up on change to public, but you need to remember a couple things. One, start quest. It's going to say not enough members here. So when it does say that, you're going to kind of want to have a button on close here. Don't worry, another button will cover that part, so you're good there. So actually just add number 2 and then put it on change to public. Now remember here, this part is kind of important. You guys want to set up your room lobby settings however you want to do it, right? I put here room starts when ready. You can always just put, 1 second. So here, as you guys see here, this is what I put. I put ready up only when 4 in room. Right? So hopefully if you guys see a message like that, if you guys want to only have your room messages like that, keep it like that. If you're watching this video and you do see rooms like that, please try to, help them out and only ready up when there's 4 in the room, just so that you know what's going on. And of course, go ahead and set up your settings. I just put level cap 170, so I'm not playing with completely sorry people. You can always filter it to link slot at least by 30. I think that's also something you kind of want to do. But for now, we're just going to have that at none, right? Just so that we can get this going. So once you've done that, you're now going to want to click plus again and have 3. Now 3, you're not just going to want to put it anywhere on confirm, because if we cancel real quick, you will understand that the confirm button on the public is actually over the ×5 and it's also over start quest. So you kind of want to click it. Let me just make sure that my settings are right again. Click it, and then you're going to want to have 3 over the confirm and start quest. Now you need to remember that when you actually get into the game, 3 is also going to be over the auto button, right? So it's kind of hard for you. It's literally, you have no choice. It's going to be on the auto button. You can try your best to have it like as far as possible, and then go ahead and just click play to test it out. It clicks it gets it done, and then even here it clicks it gets it done. Now you're going to want to also add another pointer, and you're going to want 4 just so it's here on closed room. But I'm going to wait for somebody to join, and when somebody joins, I'm going to show you guys the greatness of this. So again, actually, just click start quest when nobody's here, and then set 4 on the word close. Just anywhere on the word close, right? Keep it like that, and then close it. And I'll see you guys when somebody joins. All right, so people have joined here. You're just going to want to quickly click start quest before they ready up. As you remember, I said 4 was on the button. Now you just want to move forward to the word cancel. That's it. You just want to move it to literally the edge of cancel. That's it. That's it. You want to click play, make sure it's boom, and then fine. Right, so now how it's going to work basically, it's just gonna basically, if it says thing, we can actually close and reopen it just so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm gonna close the room and reopen it just to show you what I'm talking about. But essentially, what we're gonna have is you're gonna actually wait for a second, wait a second, click on whatever it is again, and then you want to go here and you can just basically test it out, right? So just click autoplay and then wait, just let it play out, let it rock out. So boom, 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 boom. Right, it's just auto farming, auto farming, auto farming, auto farming. It's clicking close. Okay, now it's made it public. Boom, it's following my same commands here. Still have ×5, and it's just going to keep saying this until somebody decides to join. Again, your message is going to be highly important. I forgot to change it because I did close it by accident, but you're going to want to have what I told you to put before, only start or only ready when there's 4 in the room, or you can have room starts when ready if you don't really mind there being 1 or 2 people in not a full room. All right, so basically it's just going to keep doing this until somebody decides to join. And then when somebody does join, and look, as you see now, they're ready. So instantly somebody readied up, right? Again, that's going to be a problem because this is not going to have 4 people instantly drop, but it's fine. We're just gonna get it out the way so we can get into the next part. So you're gonna stop the auto clicker here, and I'm just gonna let this one, kind of fast forward so you guys can understand the placements. But again, like I said, make sure your 3 is, you know, okay. Again, the number 3 is gonna be off or on the auto button. Actually, I got lucky, so mine is not on the auto button. So it's just gonna, I can, okay, wait, auto, and then boom, literally. So I got lucky. My placement for the 3 was over, like right in the corner of auto. So now it's just gonna be on auto. The whole time it's gonna be on auto, right? You can do this for actually extreme co-op too, because that's fairly easy. I'm not gonna lie, it's not that hard, especially with the characters we've gotten recently, right? Alrighty, so I'm gonna stop the fast forward a bit before we end it here. But as you guys seen, we've actually were able to completely auto it. Just 2 people on auto the whole time. So this part is very, very important. What you're gonna want to do is actually stop your auto repeat here, right? Because this next segment is very, very important. So make sure you're returning in player, returning in numbers, whatever. And then once you've done that, you don't want to click anything. Don't rush. Don't click nothing. Just wait 1 second until everything is here. So you're gonna want to click play. Make sure that the 3, just quickly click play and make sure that the 3 clicks off it, which it does. Tap screen. Now, right, tap screen, tap screen. If you have ×5, this is where it's gonna think. So now you're gonna want to add another button actually, and that's gonna be 5. 5 is gonna be here on results screen. This is also going to click on close if you do get rewards from the assist points, so you're good there. But keep your eyes on the result screen, kind of like visualize where it starts and ends. So of course it starts here and it ends here, right? Boom, 5 is fine, right? You basically want 5 to be in between home and summon. So if you guys look at my placements here, you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 5. They're all in the, you know, right placements. But there's a problem here, and I'm going to show you, right? If I click play, it's just going to keep on clicking start item. So what do you want to do now? Well, unfortunately, you're going to have to kind of move this around. So what you can do now is add another pointer, right? We're going to add another pointer being 6, and you're going to want 6 to be on retry, right? You're going to want it to be on retry. So let's just click it again and see what it's looking like here. And it actually does click to retry. So you're actually good, actually. You're actually good, right? Now, when you click retry, literally this is it. Now it's literally what it has done. It's auto created my room. He has literally done nothing but auto create my rooms, right? So I'm going to show you guys literally a full process. So let me just create a room real quick. I'm going to create a room, change my settings up, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like for the autoing on co-op. So I'll see you guys within a second. Okay, so now I have fixed up my settings completely. So I'm just going to show you guys literally from start to beginning on how it works. So from literally this point on, it's just going to be ×2 speed. And I'm going to show you guys how it's basically auto creating rooms for you. So what you're going to do, enrich drop zone, right? You're going to click here. And then now from this point on, it's going to be ×2 speed. You're not going to hear me talk. You're just going to see how the process works. So now we're going to click play, and I'll see you guys when the process is over. Now, from that little process you have seen, what did you notice there? You noticed that it kept clicking on 6 and then it would click close room. And by the time it did that, you would not be able to open the room. Alrighty, so I figured out the problem. It's actually, you're not going to need to really change anything. You're just going to need to move the placements, right? Because the intervals, how this one is working, is just not really going anywhere. So what you're going to want to do, it's really just 1 and 4, right? Going to click close room. And literally, you're just going to want to move 1 and 4, right? You're going to put 4 like right beside 1 up here and then bring 1 down to exactly where 4 was. So like right here-ish, move 4 a bit to the side. And then you're just going to want to go back and test it out, right? Make sure everything is working. Make sure everything is fine, right? But basically how it's going to work is when 1 closes it, it's not going to just go into 2, right? Because before it was going through 4, 5, then back to 6. So it's basically looping just between 4, 5, and 6 essentially. But now it's going to be looping through 1 or 6, 1, and 2, which is what you kind of wanted to do. So you're just going to click it and play, create room, right? It's going to take time. Also on the 1 button here, this is what I have it at, 1000 intervals 800, and everything else is just back at 180, or I guess 6 is at 5080. Then 5 is at that, 3 is at this, and 2 is on that. So if you want, you can just follow along. I'm just gonna go back one more time. I apologize, and we're just gonna show you what it's looking like basically without it pausing, right? So every situation or every scenario here is gonna be looking good. So now, like I said, I'm just gonna have it go on times 2 speed here, and I'm gonna show you the whole process. So I'm gonna start play now. So here, as you see, it's nothing really, just a problem. 5 just has to be slightly a bit more up to kill the click on close there. So then boom, as you see, right, because we got assist points, you should be fine. And then boom, literally it does this process all over again. It does the process all over again. So as you see, you're gonna see now it's gonna create room, boom, and it's gonna literally, you're now auto farming co-op. I'm gonna have it go on like times 5 speed here. This one's gonna be literally two seconds, so I show you guys that it's really working, right? So literally create room and boom, right? So I'm gonna have it on times like 8 or something speed to make it look like it's just taking 10 seconds or 5 seconds, so you guys understand it's actually auto farmed. So I'll see you guys within like a couple seconds. Now here, as you guys see, this is exactly what I'm talking about, why you're going to want to have yourself either a last ditch link and some heal links. I'd say maybe have a couple last ditch links, because look, I've unfortunately got 2 sorry people. I mean, I didn't filter it to only T10 people, but one literally gave up and one is not coming back to life. So I'm going to have to come back to life here. Right, this is why, and both of them left now. So because both of them left, essentially what was going to happen was none of them, right, the room would have not closed. So I'm glad they actually left so I can show you guys how it works, right? But that's what would happen. So if you know you're going to be able to carry this, have a last ditch links with you, right? I'd say have maybe 200% last ditch with you just to be safe. Uryu himself heals and gives himself a boost, so you can use him as your farmer or anybody else. You can use people who have status ailment or whatever, but just gonna click auto again, and then basically it's gonna take you through the run, right? So yeah, that's literally why I said have yourself some last ditch links, right? Have yourself some last ditch links so you don't have to go through that nonsense, right? It's just how it works. Um, but yeah, it's just gonna do it again, do the procedure again, create room, right? Create room, and then boom, it's just gonna boom. That's it. It's just gonna keep doing it. It's gonna boom, do the procedure again, click public, create room, and then boom, it's gonna confirm and just do it all over again. So now that you guys know how to auto create rooms and auto get your rooms auto going, what you're gonna want to now do is, this is the favorite part, everybody's favorite part. Follow me with this part, because you're gonna want to know this one. You're going to want to save. Yes, save these settings. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to head up here to the gear, right, on your taskbar. Again, this bar right here on the left, you're going to want to head there, click on your gear, and then at the top here, it's going to say macro 1. You're just going to type in whatever you want it to be. I'm going to put co-op, co-op, auto, and I'm going to click OK. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click save here. Just click a couple times, and it's going to say save down there, as you see. And then I'm just going to click save here. Now, the reason why is because let's say I close everything, right? As you see, I've deleted all my points, right? Let's say I've closed my emulator, I've closed my phone died or something like that. You don't want to have to redo this process. So then, when you are reopening it, what you're going to want to do now is you're just going to click the gear button, you're going to click open, and whatever you boom, and just like that, cancel, boom, you got it going again. So that's definitely what you want to be, do, right? And it's going to be the same thing for every other Alrighty, guys. So unfortunately, I completely forgot. You're not actually going to be able to auto create epic raid rooms. Reason being is because the difference between co-op and epic raid is that co-op you cannot start your rooms unless people are in there with you. Right? There's no possible way unless people join your actual co-op room. But in epic raids, you can be the only one in your epic raid lobby and actually start it. So it's not really possible for you to auto farm in terms of creating epic raid rooms, but you can actually still auto farm epic raids in a different way. Now, the only thing about this way is this is really for guilds only, right? So you can only do it with the members in your guild. You can't do it with anybody under the sun. You can only do it within the members in your guild. So if you have a Discord server, let's say, with your guild, and your guild member says, "Hey, I'm about to farm epic raids, da 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 da," that's when you want to start doing this. So I have done my guildmates account on my phone here, and I'm basically going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna show you guys how it's the same for epic raid. It's the same thing for co-op. So just follow along. Okay, well, I logged out, so give me a second now. Alrighty, so we're back here in co-op. Now I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So like I said, this is only going to be for the members within your guild, right? If you decide to join another guild, it will be within the members of that guild. This is only going to be doable with your guild, essentially. Like I said, you can't do this for any room in the game. It's only your guild rooms, and of course your guild mates are going to have to, what's it called, launch the room, right? They're gonna have to launch it. So like I said, if you're in a Discord with your guildmates, or if you have a Discord with your guildmates, you're good. But if you're not, you don't really know when they're gonna do it or not. Maybe your guild, if your guild Discord talks about when you guys are going to do these in the rooms or not, then there's that, right? But let's just talk about it. So first thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to make another pointer. Remember, we're on a new macro here. So I guess because I cut this part out on the epic raid part, I'll just go back and I'll show you guys real quick. So I'm going to hit a F11, make it full screen. You're going to go home here. You're going to make sure there's nothing on your screen. You're actually going to close this, right? You're going to go to your auto clicker and you're going to click start multiple target mode. Again, what you're going to see now is you're going to see your co-op auto. So when you click on it, it's just going to open up your old settings. But if you actually just delete all these real quick, and then you close it again, it's just gonna take you back here. You click start multi-target mode and you're gonna click new macro. Boom. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure you're on a new macro. You don't want to go on your old macro, delete stuff, and then resave it, because you're just gonna neglect and delete your old files. So make a new macro. Follow exactly how I did it. I know this is the same for all other auto clickers, but again, just recommend using the same one I have so it's more easier for you. Don't make it so difficult that you're using an auto clicker that doesn't have these features, right? It just doesn't make sense. All right. Then you're going to want to go ahead, open up BBS again, and then follow from here. So you're going to want to make a new pointer. And the thing about this one is you're actually going to want to have one up here in the corner, right? You're going to want to have it up here in the corner. I'd say probably like around here, right? And you're just going to want to keep testing. Basically, you're going to want to, you don't want it clicking on menu, right? But you're going to want to keep testing until it's actually essentially clicking on the chat box, right? So once you do that, there's that. I guess they added this recently, this move room. So I don't really know, right? They added this move room, but it's fine. You're going to want to, boom, right? You're going to want to be on guild chat here. And then boom, you're just going to want to basically play. So I guess that's what it's going to do, right? I think you should be fine. Let me see if it only opens on guild chat. Yeah, you're fine. So you just want one to be on the chat box so it's opening, but you don't want it clicking on menu, right? So like that, basically, you don't want it closing on X either, right? Essentially, you don't want it closing on X either, right? Once you've done that, again, this is going to be easier with your guildmate, but you can do it without him. I'm going to have Derpy send me a invite to his room. So boom, now it's going to send the message, da 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 da, wants to join the room. You're going to make another pointer and you're literally just going to, that's one. You're going to take your second pointer and literally just put it over here, right? So now what it's doing essentially is, let me have Derpy close this room. Or actually, I don't even need to close it. We're going to just open it. And then when you click play, this is what's going to happen. It's just going to open your room, da 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 da, right? And it's just going to get in. It's going to get you in there, right? It's going to get you in there. Now, what you're going to want to do is, I'm actually just going to start this room with Derpy here. Right, Derpy has his gear on. I'm just gonna start this room with Derpy here. Again, one thing what you need to understand is that you're not doing this so that you're getting a benefit out of this, right? You're not going to be getting ×5 rewards. This is just if you want to help out your members, right? So if let's say somebody, for example, says da da da, I'm doing enhanced rich zone. Can you guys join me with your mats? Right? You need to remember, because you're a guest, you're not going to be taking any type of stamina. You're not going to be taking any type of stamina if you're doing ×1, which is what you're going to be doing. So you're just going to basically ready up, right? It's going to automatically ready or not. Just tell them you're going to be autoing whatever to ready up, when even if it says you're waiting, whatever, you're just going to click ready up and you're going to start. And I'm just going to fast forward it from this part on. I'm just going to fast forward it. So give me, you guys, I'll just see you guys when we're done the match. I'll see you guys in a couple seconds here. Okay, and boom, there. So now, basically, you're done there. I had to just manually play because it didn't matter if I was on auto or not, just to get it done, right? I'm autoing on both things, right? And Derpy had a horrible character here to choose from. Out of all the characters, you could have brought R&B Tashiro. But anyways, now what you're gonna want to do is, this is the most important part as well. You're literally, it's almost done. I promise you, it's almost done. You're literally just going to press 3, right? It's just gonna take you back here again. I guess you can add another pointer and just put it up here, right? Essentially, just so that it's actually on, it closes the assist points if you do end up getting it. But you're done. Then you add another pointer, 4, and then thing. Because remember, you're not here to do ×5. You're here to help out your guildmates. So you're not going to have the pop-up saying ×5, ×5. You're only going to have ×1. Basically, you're just going to have, you're going to want to put 4 on the edge here of co-op room, and then I'm gonna show you guys. So let me just go back on my phone with Derpy's account here, right? I'm gonna create the room. I'm literally just gonna create the room, and basically I'm gonna play now. So for example, I'm gonna be on auto, and then I'm gonna be controlling on Derpy's account here. So now I'm here autoing. Right? It's autoing. I'm waiting for the next message. It's waiting. I'm waiting. It's boom. I sent it from Derpy, right? And now it's there. And essentially, you're going to be joining again. That's it. You're done. Yeah, so that's it, right? And then again, you're just going to want to follow the same procedure, right? It doesn't matter if 3 is clicking on ×5 or not. It's not still. Even if it's here, when it starts all this stuff is going to stop anyways, right? You're done. You're done. Basically, what you're going to want to do is go to the gear icon up here, click it, name it auto join or whatever you want to name it, and then save it so you don't have to do this process again, right? Or I didn't put auto join. I just put auto. I'm going to put auto join, right? Auto join. Okay, save, click it a couple times so you know it, and then save, and then you're done. You're done. So essentially, when you actually, let me just go back again, once again. When you close all this stuff, you're going to close everything. When you basically go to opening your OP auto click or whatever and click start multiple targets, you're going to want to see these two. You're going to want to see auto join and co-op. Auto join is the exact same for epic raid. So it's literally 2 birds with 1 stone. This does the same thing for epic raids, same placement, same everything. So you're good there. All right. You're literally done. Auto join. You can auto join, let your guild members, hey, I'm going to auto farm, boom, right? And then also your other one, which is the co-op, auto co-op, you're going to be auto starting. So hopefully this video was helpful for a lot of you guys. I know this is something that not many people know about, not people have really thought about or anything like that, but you now know how to auto create rooms for co-op and how to auto join rooms for your guild mates. So I'm going to try to edit this video the best I can so it's more understandable for you guys, because I know that when I was recording it was all over the place when I'm recording personally, but I'm going to edit it to make it that it's fine. But if this video was helpful, make sure you guys subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.